It began not with a bang, but with a profound and unnerving silence. The sun rose over the hills of northern Appalachia, but in the valley where Havenwood once nestled, something was wrong. The mailman, Thomas Abernathy, was the first to notice. His truck rumbled along the dirt road, but the usual morning sounds were gone. No blacksmith's hammer, no children's laughter, only the wind through the pines. As Thomas stopped at the village square, dread crept in. The scene was impossibly still. Smoke should have curled from chimneys, but they stood cold against the sky. Doors to the general store and chapel swung open, but the streets were empty. Not a soul in sight, not even a stray dog. He called out, but only his own echo replied. Inside the baker's cottage, breakfast sat cooling, a half-eaten apple on the counter. It was as if the Gable family had simply vanished mid-routine. No signs of struggle, no violence, just sudden, inexplicable absence. Every home told the same story: unfinished meals, laundry half-folded, toys dropped mid-play. All 117 residents had disappeared in a single silent moment. They had vanished, leaving behind only the ghost of a morning that never truly began. The village was frozen in anticipation, waiting for a life that would never return. The silence was absolute, the emptiness overwhelming. Thomas staggered back outside, unable to comprehend what he was seeing. Havenwood was gone, and so began the greatest mystery the region had ever known. The story of the village that disappeared overnight. To understand the disappearance, you must first understand the place. Havenwood was more than a cluster of houses. It was a sanctuary, isolated from the world, its people bound by tradition and the land. Among the vanished were Alara Vance, the wise herbalist, Silas Croft the blacksmith, and children like Lily Gable, chasing butterflies in the meadow. The village was rustic, its homes built from timber and stone, a single dirt road winding through. Whisper Creek flowed nearby, its gentle murmur a constant companion. Their isolation, once a comfort, became their greatest vulnerability. On the eve of their disappearance, no one could have imagined their peaceful sanctuary would become the stage for an impossible event. The final hours of Havenwood were utterly normal. Villagers finished their routines, children's laughter faded, and oil lamps flickered on as dusk settled. Hunters on a distant ridge saw the village lights glow, heard the chapel bell toll for evening prayer. Inside, families read stories, tallied sales, and prepared herbal remedies. As the sun dipped below the ridge, the valley was plunged into darkness, stars appearing in the clear mountain air. The hunters packed up, casting one last look at the peaceful cluster of lights. Nothing seemed amiss. They would be the last to see Havenwood inhabited. What happened between that moment and dawn remains a terrifying void. The silence that followed would echo for generations. The first sign of trouble came from the sky. Around 9 o'clock, the hunters on the ridge noticed the air grow still. The forest fell silent. Then a low, resonant hum began, vibrating through the night. Above Havenwood, the sky glowed with shifting colours, green to violet contained in a perfect circle. The hunters watched, mesmerised, as the light bathed the valley in otherworldly hues. The hum intensified, rising to a keening note, making them dizzy and disoriented. One hunter claimed to see shimmering waves descend from the glowing circle. The spectacle lasted nearly an hour, then vanished as suddenly as it began. The valley was plunged into darkness. The village lights did not return. The hunters convinced themselves it was a trick of the weather. They had no idea they'd witnessed the prelude to an impossible vanishing act. Havenwood was now a pit of impenetrable blackness. When news reached the county sheriff, disbelief reigned. Sheriff Brody and his deputies found Havenwood eerily preserved, yet lifeless. A warm pipe, an unfinished game of checkers, livestock wandering unfed. Every detail deepened the mystery. No bodies, no struggle, no evidence of a crime. The search expanded to the woods, but not a single trace was found. No footprints, no clothing, nothing. The forest held its secrets tight. Days turned to weeks. The investigation stalled. Sheriff Brody, once confident, was stumped. The case files grew thick, but no answers emerged. The village was cordoned off, left to the elements. Havenwood became a ghost town, a monument to an event that defied all explanation. The story spread, haunting the region's collective memory. The wound of Havenwood would never fully heal. The deeper investigators looked, the stranger the evidence became. In the schoolhouse, frantic symbols and astronomical charts were scrawled over a lesson on planetary orbits. The blacksmith's anvil was found warm and magnetized, though the forge was cold. Personal belongings were untouched, money and jewelry left behind. All clocks and watches had stopped at exactly 9:47 p.m, yet food was only slightly cool, suggesting a later disappearance. The paradoxes piled up. No robbery, no struggle, no logical timeline. The folklorist's wax cylinder recordings were wiped clean, replaced by static. It was as if the very sound of Havenwood had been erased. The event had not only taken the people, it had taken their voices too. The contradictions left behind only deepened the enigma. In the face of the impossible, the mind seeks rational explanations. Some suggested mass hysteria or a cult exodus, but no trace of the villagers was ever found. Others blamed a deadly gas leak, but that didn't explain the lights, the magnetized anvil, or the stopped clocks. Conspiracy theories flourished, but none fit the facts. Every explanation cast more doubt than clarity. The evidence refused to fit any box. Havenwood's mystery defied reason, leaving only questions. The facts remained stubbornly, impossibly strange. When reason fails, the mind turns to the supernatural. Some believe Havenwood was visited by beings from another world. The lights, the hum, the vanished people, all signs of an experiment beyond human understanding. This theory explains the selectivity, the wiped recordings, the stopped clocks. Others whisper of ancient mountain magic, of doors opened by Alara Vance, the herbalist. The symbols on the blackboard were not science, but arcane sigils. The hum was a rift opening between worlds, pulling the village into another dimension. Havenwood, in this telling, exists just beyond our perception, frozen in that final moment. The story speaks to our deepest fears, that reality is fragile, and the unknown is always closer than we think. The villagers may have stepped sideways, out of our world and into another. Only an echo remains. A century has passed. Havenwood is gone, reclaimed by the forest. Only stone chimneys remain, silent markers of a vanished world. The story has faded into legend, but the questions linger. What happened to the 117 souls? Where did they go that October night? The vanishing of Havenwood challenges everything we know about reality. It forces us to confront the limits of our understanding. Perhaps the truth lies beyond our grasp, in a realm we cannot imagine. We are like ants trying to comprehend the sky. The people of Havenwood may have encountered a reality for which we are unprepared. The mystery endures, not as a puzzle to solve, but as a meditation on the unknown. For all our science, we are still standing on the shore of a vast cosmic ocean. We may never know what happened, but the story will continue to haunt us. Havenwood remains an unanswered question, whispered on the wind, a testament to the enduring mysteries of our universe.